Thank you very much for having me, and I've been looking forward to this. I'm super excited, but I really hope I can answer all your questions. How do I behave when I'm alone? I haven't really thought about it earlier, but now that I think about it, it's kind of funny. I usually put myself into activities where I can put my mind and body engaged, and so I do some artwork, I do some gardening, mostly artwork, or I just end up reading something, or my favorite, I end up talking to myself. There aren't a lot of things that I cannot live without. Nothing that is something very close to me and I cannot live without or walk out without. So I think I'm going to change that question to the people that I cannot live without. That would be my family for sure, myself, myself and I, and my super good friends. I love them all dearly. For me, the most complicated thing to deal with in my life is relationship. I think that comes on the top of the list for me, because I'm a very individual, independent person, and I have my own mind. Well, so does the people around me. We all have different perspectives about life, and looking at the same object, it becomes difficult to deal with everyone, and so that way I find that keeping up with the relationship is difficult in my situation. So that includes my parents, myself, and my mentors, and my friends sometimes. So yeah, relationships for me. My most memorable trip, I would say, was when I went to Romania. It had been my childhood dream, and the time when I made it over there, it is that moment when I realized when I felt I achieved something in my life. I had gone there for a tournament, and as soon as I stepped onto Romania, I fell in love instantly, and that still is one of my favorite places, countries that I've been to. My mother is my role model from day one. My unforgettable moment, this one time I went back home and I visited my hometown, and it had been a very long time, and my great grandmother, she had been wanting to see me, and as soon as I saw her from far off, my tears started rolling down my eyes, and I couldn't control myself. So did hers, and she was so happy. It was very overwhelming, and she's still waiting for me to come back this Christmas to see her, and I'm really looking forward to it. And so that is one of the most unforgettable memories that I have. Oh, let's go this way. Follow me. Wait, you guys too. For me, most comfortable tennis shoes are Adidas. Since childhood I've been wearing them, and I love them dearly. I always cherish them, and I certainly find them very comfortable. So I try to change twice a year. I have 4 rackets, so every time I change, I need to change all 4 of them, which comes down to a little bit expensive, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I try to change them, but sometimes it doesn't work out, When you're not sponsored, you gotta adjust. Yeah, when I do play big matches, I do get nervous. Not only when I'm playing big matches, it does happen to me even when I'm going for any kind of matches. So for me, because every time I go, I want to win them, and I go in with the mindset of winning them. So I do get nervous, but in order to calm my nerves down, I've learned that Kapalbhati breathing helps me, so I do that very often during match, before match, or after match. Whenever I'm nervous, I do them. I've learned this over the period of yoga lessons that I've taken since I was a kid, and I learned and experienced that Kapalbhati breathing was really impacting me in a very good way. So that's what I do. I have visited to about 11-12 countries so far. Yeah, tennis certainly is an expensive sport. All the expenses of traveling, the racket, equipments, to clothes, it's not a joke. Nakathari, eating patare. I graduated from Sonipat school called Little Angels School. But the previous school that I was in didn't want to support, and were not happy with my attendance percentage. So they said you either come in for classes or you change the school. And wanting to pursue tennis as my career, it wasn't possible, and so I had to change my school. And the school that I went to were very supportive, and they only asked me to attend for my exams and play school nationals for them, where I did really well. So they were really happy, and so was I. That's how my school days were. So tennis, we all started, my entire family, we all started together, all my siblings, my brothers and my parents. We started playing together. We were just doing it for physical health purposes, but eventually my parents and my coaches realized that I was pretty good at it and taking it up quite good. So that's how I ended up choosing tennis as my career, and I'm really glad that I did, because I'm really happy with what I'm doing right now and where I am, and I'm really grateful and lucky to have parents who are very supportive. What I really love about our community is the fact that we're very dedicated people, hardworking, and at the same time very welcoming and loving. But above all of these, at the end of the day, we all come in, have a little bit of family time and share our sorrows and happiness together. And if there's anything, then we find solutions to it, but we're always there for each other. That is what I really, really love and cherish about our community. So initially, when the lockdown started, I engaged myself into various other things like dancing, singing, reading, artwork, and even gardening, because my mom loves gardening. But at the end of the day, I just felt like I wasn't being very productive and purposeful towards my time and my life. So I started working on the company that I've been thinking of, along with my partner, who's also a tennis player herself. So we started working on it. It's called Fertra, Fertra, and it's about sports apparels. It's our own brand, and we started doing this because we feel like our Indian sports athletes do not have a lot of options, and the fact that when you wear something nice and you feel good, you feel more confident, and eventually that leads to performing better on the court and the field. And that was one of the main purposes that we started doing this, and so it came out pretty well. We've launched our brand. We're still under progress, and then I also started working under my dad, and what we do is collect articles, and my sectors are aviation, aerospace and defense. So I collect the articles and then turn them into video, audio visuals, which is later uploaded on our YouTube channel, Steel Guru. And then I think that's more or less what I did during this lockdown. I also started taking up online fitness sessions in order to be able to invest money in my brand, because we didn't want to depend on our parents' financial. And so if you would like to join me for any physical fitness and stuff, you're most welcome. The latest skill that I've learned apart from sports is probably the one when I've been working under my dad, learning how to collect articles and then turn them into audio visuals and upload them on YouTube. Yeah, so that's one thing that I'm really happy and looking forward to working more towards it. I do work out on a daily basis, and I do have one day off in a week. So, but that kind of varies because I've lately been indulging myself into various kinds of activities since I don't have a lot of weight, and I tend to do a lot of things that I haven't done earlier, which kind of takes a toll on my body. So according to what I've done and how I've done and how my body feels, I do take my days off. Find me on Instagram and Facebook. These are the two main social medias that I'm really active at. So every day I'm getting better and better, and I'm not inferior to anyone in this world.
Hi, I'm Tejas and I'm a friend of Jennifer. I've known her for around 6-7 years now and we've got to be really close. She's an amazing tennis player. She works really hard. I love her work ethic. Very professional, very determined, and just, always means business. But at the same time, she's also a wonderful person, really sweet, always smiling, happy to be around, joyful, blissful, and I really hope to see her, on the great stages, playing Grand Slams very, very soon. Good luck, Jennifer.
Hello, I'm Niditra Rajmohan and I've known Jennifer for the past 9 years, and she's one amazing person. She's so energetic all the time, cheerful, happy, so positive, and it's so contagious. It's always a pleasure to be around her. She's very hardworking, she's a fighter, and she deserves the best in life, and I'm very blessed and lucky to have her as my friend.
Hi, my name is Rishabh and I'm here to revere one of my best friends, Jennifer Luikham. So I'm going to talk about the 3 facets of her life. 1 is her being an athlete, 2 is she being a human being, and 3rd is she being one of my best friends. So as an athlete, she embodies professionalism, hard work, and integrity. As a human being, she is honest, kind, and she lives deeply through her values and morals. As one of my best friends, she gives me companionship, she gives me love, and she gives me a lot of happiness. Today, I am so proud of who she is, and there is so much more to come from her. Please stay tuned, please watch out for Jennifer Luikham. She's gonna be amazing.
So I've known Jenny for a while now, and apart from being one of the most professional athletes on tour, she's also a great friend, and on top of that, a wonderful human being. And I know that she always has her friends back no matter what. True, she does have a wild, fun side, but that's what makes Jenny who she is. And just joking, and I'm so glad that I got to know her and that I'm one of her friends.
Hi, my name is Radhika and I've known Jennifer for about 9 years. And Jennifer is a very confident girl and she's always trying something new. Like you would see her trying out new kinds of clothes, and she has a very charming personality and she is very free spirited. So yeah.
Hi, this is Snehal. So yes, I have known Jennifer for past 10 years and I think she's a very hardworking person and a very genuine person. Mostly she's a very happy-go-lucky nature girl, and I think she keeps the environment alive and happy with her jokes and with her lively nature. So yes, I think she's a very good personality and a very good friend. Thank you.